So welcome everybody on this wet February day. So I thought we would work with the sound because it's so good for the nervous system, and it's a strong week of changes astrologically. Don't ask me to give you the details, I'm not an astrologist, but I follow people who are, and there's a lot of stuff going on, 17th and the 20th. So it's a time to just let go of all those things that are just holding you back and to keep yourself grounded. So lots of walks when you can get out to anchor yourself into the earth energy. So I'm going to start with a sutra again. So you can lie down if you wish to, because we will start the posture work there, or you can just stay upright for the listening. Somebody else. So just let your eyes close. Take a nice deep breath in. And let's do just that sound. And again, take a deep breath in. So that sound, that release of air on the exhale is very nurturing for our nervous system. Let's do that again. And there's a really beautiful sutra that talks about this, and it's actually one of the sutras that talk about yoga nidras. When sleep has not yet come and the sweet buzz of exhaustion permeates the body, linger in the of relief as your head touches the pillow. Everything in you is yearning to let go. So let go. Let your body fall into something deeper than sleep. With your mind, enter the soft, luminous glow of the soul. So we're going to do some sighing today. Okay. So lie down. So we're going to use the sighing breath with each exhale throughout the class. Just keep it nice and simple. So do the first one as you literally just lie down and you get that. And then bring the knees up, cross the ankles. And just having the hands near the solar plexus where that sound comes from. Just let the knees move forwards and back. Inhaling, let them move away. And just clearing any heavy energy from the tailbone and sacral area. Lovely. Now, separate the knees, start to circle them. Really slow the breath down, slow the movement down. So we're just going to use the sighing breath throughout class, and it can just be very soft, it doesn't need to be loud. Lovely. Place the left foot down. Let's interlace the hands on the right shin. And we're going to do this classically, which means we're going to hold the breath in as we squeeze, and then as we lower the head, we'll use the sound. So take a breath in, so you're really filling the body with the air and the prana. Hold the breath in and squeeze, unless you're contraindicated, and then just breathe out. And then exhale with a and again. Stretch the left leg out, so we'll just breathe normally now. Take a breath in. Exhaling to lift. Just use the sighing breath. So as we make the sighing sound, we're starting to stimulate the vagus nerve. And the sound will flow all the way down into all of the organs. And start to stimulate the whole of the body. Lovely. Now let's take the leg across the body, so it doesn't have to go fully across if that doesn't suit your body at the moment. Or we go all the way across and let the big toe touch the floor. Soften the right shoulder to the floor. If it's really way off the floor, then slide the left shoulder blade over to the left a bit more. So you anchor the shoulder down. And again, let's really work with the sighing sound. Breath in through the nose, nice slow with the breath in. And then just notice how the sound allows you to go deeper into the release. Lovely, come back to center. Bring the left knee towards you, so we'll do those first three breaths classically. So you hold the breath in and squeeze, and then you sigh on the exhale, unless that doesn't suit your body at the moment. So if you're pregnant at the moment, don't hold the breath in, just do a breath out on the first breath. So take a breath in, hold, breath in, hold in and squeeze, one more, stretch the right leg away, breathe in. Good, now exhale as you lift, let the sigh come out. What you might notice is you want to yawn as well. Let that happen. So all of these are the sighing, the yawning, the crying, the shaking, laughing, are all ways that the body releases tension. Lovely, let's come across into the twist. And again, either shallow or deep, whatever suits the body. Slide the right shoulder across a little bit more. Start with a nice deep sigh. Lovely, back to center. Let's bring our legs towards us, bend the knees. Again, we'll continue. So really familiar movements, but we're using that breath throughout. So inhale, arms over, legs up, draw the toes towards you. Pause, really stretch into it. And then just imagine any tension flowing out with the sigh. Inhale, hold for as long as you comfortably can in that stretch with the breath in. And really go inwards into the inner landscape. Notice where the body's holding this tension and just invite it to leave on the sigh. So remember, I've talked recently about the research in neuroscience with the effect, the really positive effect that talking to your body has, and how it's incredibly healing. So genuinely, sigh it out. I've been talking to my knee for a little while because it's a bit tender. And you will find that you do start to yawn with the sigh, because what happens is it switches our body off that fight and flight response, which we're looping in quite a lot in the modern world. And it makes us realise how tired we are. And actually, rather than filling our time with stuff every single day, every opportunity when there's a space in our calendar to fill it with something, then maybe just fill it with, I'm going to go and have a snooze. Or plug into a yoga nidra. Or do some meditation. Just relax. Lovely. Now keep the knees bent. Cross the ankles again and draw them close towards the body. Arms out to the side in line with the shoulders. Let's move into a twist. If you want to do a much gentler twist, then place the feet to the floor. Exhaling with the sigh, knees over to the right. Over to the left. And just go from side to side. And use the breath to guide the movement. Big breath in, nice and slowly, and then sighing it all out. Lovely. Now let's just keep the knees over to the right. So we're going to work with our outer leg area from the twist. Okay. So again, modify it to suit your body. If you feel that you need to, when we work on the leg, you actually need to bring the left hand to the hip just to stop the deep stretch in the belly, then do that. So we're going to extend the leg and bring the fingers to the toes or the ankle or the calf muscle. Okay. If you want the deeper twist, then keep the left arm out. Nice deep breath in. Notice the tension that runs particularly along the outer left leg. Just releasing that tension, maybe have a little bit of a conversation. Tell that muscle that it's safe to relax. And you can even bring your hand to it so you direct that thought. So I'm actually just gently rubbing that part of my leg and having a bit of a conversation with it. It's a little bit tight today. keep that sighing breath going, nice and gentle. Lovely, and release. Come back to centre. So do the same to the other side. So remember, modify it to suit your body. Bring the knees over and up. If you want to keep the deep twist that runs through the torso, then keep the arm out. Otherwise, let the hand come to the hip. And then take hold of the leg or the foot. Deep breath in. Lovely, and release. Back to centre. So let's take our knees quite wide, hands onto the shin. So we're bringing the knees as close to the front of our shoulders as we can. Take a breath in. And sigh out. And again, inhale to lower. And last one. Lovely. Place the feet down, take the arms over, push the body up off the floor. Let's hold bridge. Nice deep breath into the belly, sighing out. So just allowing that gentle inversion to bring some pressure into the solar plexus where we hold a lot of tension. So just above the navel area. Lovely, and release. Let's rock from side to side. And then stay with the sideways rocking if that's enough for your back, or roll along the spine. Lovely, and all the way up. Let's come round. So let's do the dynamic movement for the heart in the cat. So threading the needle. So take a breath in. Slide the left arm under, bring the right elbow up, and maybe extend the lower arm if that feels comfortable for the shoulder. Sigh it out. Use the inhale to come back to centre. And exhaling. Lovely, back to centre. Bring the hands to the corner of the mat. Walk the knees a little bit further back. Take a breath in. Just go down to what feels comfortable for you. Sighing it out, clearing the heaviness in the heart, in the physical heart and the energetic centre, clearing the lungs, the solar plexus. Lovely, come back up. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale into cat. Notice the back of the neck and the shoulders. Pay attention to the heaviness that they carry and see if you can just sigh it out. Let's tuck our toes, come into down dog, heel out the feet. Let the head relax. Notice any tension, particularly in the calf muscles. Slow down the movement with the legs and just take your time to visualize the energy clearing from each leg on the exhalation, flowing out with the sigh. Lovely, and then slowly walk the feet and the hands towards each other. So we're going to do earth, horizon, sky. Soften the knees here if you need to. We'll start with the horizon, inhale. Sigh out. So remember, if you've got really low blood pressure naturally, then you might want to start not sighing out. Up to the sky. Back to the earth. So we're using a sigh unless it's too much for your blood pressure, and then just control it through the nose instead. Inhale. And actually you can still hear the sigh sound on the glottis if you bring attention to it when you're breathing out through the nose. So remember that this is really subtle, but it's very powerful, because everything that exists in our known universe, everything, is just vibration, including ourselves. Just different levels of vibration. And everything was originally manifested through sound. And through sound we can really do lots of healing. So just let the sound be as it needs to be. Good, all the way up. A nice big. Make sure your mats are facing my way. So in line, using the length of the mat. Width, length, I don't know. The long end. Okay. So we're just going to start with a few static movements with the sign, then we're going to use the earth sequence to get that anchoring. So bring the hands into the lower back. Let's start with the knees slightly bent. Inhale, lift the gaze, squeeze the elbows in so you open the front of the body. Sigh or out through the nose, depending on blood pressure. Inhale to come up. I'm just going to hold the forward fold now, bring the hands down. Scan through the body, the internal landscape of the body. So we're looking inwards with our inner gaze. And notice where the body holds the tension. Bring your attention to that point within the body, that place, and take the sigh to it. That sense of total surrender into the sigh, into the exhalation, just letting go. Lovely. Now let's turn to your right into a lunge. Push out through the back heel. Now I want you to just move a little bit in the lunge, so a little bit forwards and back, just so you can feel where the body's holding tension, particularly top of the thighs, really common because of the amount of time we sit. Forwards and back, or maybe a little bit of up and down, and maybe you use a brick with each hand if you need a little bit more support to go into the movement. And use the sigh. Good, let's hold it a bit more. Maybe take the toes a bit further away into a deeper stretch. So we hold lots of fear-based energy in the legs. It's time to let it all go. So a certain level of fear is useful because it's allowed us to survive as a species. But unfortunately, our nervous systems are constantly in this fight and flight when they don't need to be. So knowing when it's important to be able to run and use that energy is great. But we keep it switched on for far too long. It's switched on by the news that we watch, the level of social media that we feed into, the food that we eat, the adverts that we watch. It's all programmed into us, so just let it go. Lovely. Now we're going to drop the knee, take the toes back, and we're going to use the double inhale with a sigh. So again, if any of the breathing makes you feel dizzy, then stop and do a normal breath. Inhale, 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 inhale. Now that sense of clearing the lungs. So remember, the lungs carry grief and sadness. We all experience that, not just from a loss of a loved one or a loss of an animal in our life, but we also experience it in change. When we're changing jobs, there can be a level of grief or more of a global sense of grief. Just let it go. Last one. Lovely. Retuck the back toe. Turn back into wide leg. Forward fold. And again, have a sigh. So we're going to use our fingertips here, or bricks if you need a bit more height. And we're going to inhale and do that horizon gaze from this position. So you squeeze the back, and then let it go. So imagine that you're squeezing all of that stuff that you carry on your shoulders. And then you're just going to go. So it doesn't mean to say that we can get rid of our responsibilities and our roles, but we can change the energy and the way in which we attach to it. So just let it go. Maybe sometimes there's a little bit of resentment, and maybe you don't notice it as resentment, but it's subtle in the level of responsibility that some of us have. Let it go. because the things that we're given are always great lessons. Good, now let's turn to your left into a lunge. Use bricks if you need them. And again, a little bit forwards and back, and maybe straighten the front leg a bit. So just working with what feels right for you. So you can get into that release. And then settle into the shape. Notice where the body's holding the tension. Check out the front of the left thigh with your awareness. Lovely, let's drop the knee, take the toes back. Again, you might want to go shorter here in the stance, depending on the sacrum, or maybe a bit deeper, so you can let the front of the front of the pelvis hang, so you get this stretch here. Double inhale if it suits you. Make sure the back toes are pointing backwards. And also really tune in, so listen inwards to how the body's feeling. What's being held in the lungs? What's being held on the top of the shoulders? Is there some tension in the solar plexus? Lovely, and release. Tuck the back toe again, get the knee off the floor, come back into wide leg forward fold. And let's do a few more squeezes for the back, releasing that sense of responsibility. Inhale. Squeeze, lift the gaze as well, so you get that squeeze to the back of the neck. Good, come all the way up now, sweep the arms up with you. Down through the midline. Lovely. So we're going to turn to your right into a warrior 2 body position. And let's start with the hands on the hips. So we're just going to work through the knee energy. Inhale and exhale. So remember, when we're working with the legs, we are releasing fear-based energy that gets trapped in the body, because it's governed by the root chakra, which is about a sense of security and safety, being anchored into the earth. And also the fear response is heavily anchored in the second chakra, because the second chakra feeds the adrenal area. So just moving in and out, creating that sense of strength and stability through the legs. Good, then hold the position. We're going to lift the toes, apply Padabandha, bring the arms out. And just take a moment to look at the middle fingernail of the front hand. Now, can you press down through the feet and pull them towards you so you get a contraction on the inner leg area? Remember to sigh. Good, now relax the toes. Let's open the ribs, extend into Exalted Warrior. Just let the arm drape behind the head if you want to. Get that opening sensation into the ribs. Good, let's switch sides, left elbow down. So right elbow down, extend the left arm. Good, swing yourself back to centre. Let's go the other way. So nice simple movements, but with much more mental focus. Hands on the hips, working into that strength of the leg. Good, let's hold, apply Padabandha, lift the toes, really push down and draw the legs towards each other so you engage the leg muscles. Extend the arms out, look to the middle front fingernail. Exalted warrior. Good, then Parshvakonasana, extend the right arm in line with the ear. Good, come back to centre. Let's have a few more sighs. Inhale. Back up. Good, nice step to centre. So we're going to do the earth sequence. I want you to use a sighing breath. Okay. So remember, you can use it. You can bring the attention to the sigh and breathe out through the nose if that's better for you in terms of blood pressure. Diamond Mudra. Breathe in. Slight pause. Breathe in. Slight pause. So use the pause to scan the body and notice what you're letting go of. So you don't have to analyse it as an object or a emotion, just feel it. Into a squat. Turn to the right. Inhale, gathering up towards the throat. Slight pause. Out with a sigh. Turning to centre. And the other way. Diamond Mudra. Ready for the squat. Turning to your left. Lovely. Now we're going to do a variation of alternate nostril standing. So take your right hand and block the right nostril, just gently, with the left hand in Chin Mudra. So I show you from the side, you don't need to turn. Just simply breathe in, sweep the arm up and just breathe into the left nostril. We're going to keep the breath out through the nose, but I want you to hear the sigh at the throat. Keep going. So the sound of the breath also links into the breath mantra. And hearing the sound of the breath, both the inhale and the exhale. Good. Switch sides. Block the left gently. Right hand in Chin Mudra. Inhale. Good, release. Bring the hands together. We're going to come back into the sighing breath. Feet a little bit wider, but focus at the tip of the nose. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale down through the midline and have a squat. Inhale. Feel the breath equal in both nostrils if possible. And if it isn't, focus on the nostril that is least dominant. And then as you bring your attention to it, the energy will start to clear it. Good, last one. Okay, bring yourself down to the floor. And I have the, we're going to do a little bit of breath work, so just a comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you. And just close your eyes. Have the hands in Chin Mudra, so both hands, thumb and index finger connected in a circle. Let the jaw relax. Be aware of the breath as it flows into the nostrils. Let's have a sigh. I want you to start to really connect to that sigh sound now. Go deeply inwards to the inner landscape. Visualize, be aware, follow the sound down through the vagus nerve. So from the throat, from the vocal cords, follow the sound like a river down into all of the organs in the body, spreading out this sound travels out. Touching the heart, the lungs, the intestines, the liver on the right, gallbladder, bottom right. Stomach, spleen, pancreas to the left. Large intestine. Kidneys towards the back of the body, either side, and the adrenal glands. Just let the sigh clear the stagnant energy of strong emotions, negative emotions. So we have strong emotions that are positive, happiness, joy, but they flow through us. That's why we can go with the flow, and that is happening. But the heavier, denser human emotions can stay stuck in our energy field, so we're clearing it all. Just giving them permission to let go. And now we're going to bring a little bit of sound to it. So we're going to keep the mouth closed and we're going to hum. So like you would with bee breathing, but we're not blocking the senses off. So take a breath in and send the sound through the river of the vagus nerve. And just one more. And then allow yourself to surrender to the floor. So you can lie down flat on the back, legs straight, knees bent. You can also lie on the front with one leg in recovery position, or just stay seated, whatever works for you. And as the body settles, whether you're seated or lying down, just notice that sense of surrender. It's like that sense when you're really, really tired and you just finally stop for the day. That and as you focus simply on the breath, just bringing your attention to the body fully. Observing this vehicle that carries the soul in detail. Noticing the heaviness of the bones. Being aware of the muscles and the ligaments and how they support the skeletal structure. Notice how the breath comes into the nostrils and then pours down into the lungs, and the lungs expand like little balloons, and the whole of the body expands with the joy of the breath. And then the whole of the body contracts with that sweet surrender, letting go. I want you to think a smile without actually smiling, and smile to the body for all that it does for you. The body that carries the soul, that nurtures us and other life within us. And remember, if you are a man and a woman, we all have, in our energetic field, we all have both male and female organs. And in our many lifetimes, we have been both male and female. And we have given life into the universe through our bodies. How amazing they are. Notice the beat of the heart. This familiar metronome that's personal to all of us. It has its own unique rhythm within the body. Can you feel it? Can you hear it? And wherever, whenever you feel carried away, rejoicing in every breath, there is your meditation hall. Cherish these times of absorption. Rocking the baby in the silence of the night. Pouring water into a crystal glass. Tending the logs in a crackling fire. Sharing a meal with a circle of friends. Embrace these pleasures and know, this is my true body. Nowhere is more holy than this. Right here is the sacred pilgrimage. Live in alertness for such a moment, my beloved, as it is, as if it were you the one meeting with the Creator. And when sleep has not yet come, and the sweet buzz of exhaustion permeates the body, linger in the of relief as the head touches the pillow or the body sinks into a comfy chair. Everything in you is yearning to let go. So let go. Let your body fall into something deeper than sleep. With your mind, enter the soft, luminous glow of the soul. And you who have been seeking whatever path you are on, a moment will come when divine pulsation grabs you and carries you into its dance in the midst of ecstasy and motion. Your body dissolves into light, leaving only the soft, glowing benediction of the bones. You become the face of fury, yet serene within. The soul reveals itself to itself. Through movement, energy-infused undulations and gestures of hand, foot, spine, face and form, the invisible loves the visible. Be aware of the observing presence at the heart space as we sink into this space beyond sleep. And take a moment now to really fully feel the body and where it's held by the floor, the contact points, and how it connects deep into the Great Mother, the Earth, that is the mother to all of us. For without it we would not exist in physical form. Feel that deep connection. And imagine your attention traveling deep, 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 deep down into the earth. And we're going to pull up the deep waters of the earth. So as you inhale, pull up the beautiful blue light and let it surround you like a ball of energy. And then take your attention up above you into the sky, to the sun, that is always present, even though we might not always see it. Connect to the sun, the masculine energy, and pull down a golden light and let it surround you over that blue to create a protective shield. And then around that shield, imagine scattering millions of tiny little mirrors. So you look like a disco ball. To push away any projections from others. So you can just work on your own energy and not falsely believing that the energy that you're feeling is yours. It often isn't, it's other people's. So protect yourself with the mirror ball. And when you're ready, take a deeper breath in and a sigh out. And then roll over to one side. Come back up to sitting. And bring the hands to the heart space. Inhale, sit the arms all the way up. Be aware of that, those three layers that protect you, the disco ball, the gold, and then the blue inside. And then bring your attention down to the heart space. And namaste. Thank you for joining me.